I don't like to be identified by my illness. I like to be identified by the person I am. My name is Gail Gewurz. I was born in New Jersey. I graduated high school there. I was a high achiever there, as I am still today. And then I went to University of Florida. I have an undergraduate degree in food science and human nutrition and a graduate degree in dietetics. I practiced as a dietitian for a couple years. I'm married to Joel for 37 years. We have 2 boys. They're in their 30s. One is married, living overseas. The younger one is a private pilot. In 2010 is when I started having symptoms. I had a problem with dizziness and numbness, and it was thought at first that I had a stroke. So after 5 years, I was still having symptoms. I was always going to the hospital because I was just dehydrated, too sick. So I thought for a month they were just going to put a line in my arm, get some IV fluids at home so I wouldn't have to be on IV fluids at the hospital. In 2017, I was diagnosed with dysautonomia. I was very excited when I got the diagnosis. That was the first half hour. Second half hour, I got very depressed and realized that I have a chronic condition for the rest of my life. I want to be on fluids, IV fluids for the rest of my life. I'm going to need treatments for the rest of my life, and I'm going to be sick for the rest of my life. How am I going to do that? I was upset with all of that and figured I needed to figure out a way out of this. And slowly, I got there. I like to do a lot of things, and I knew I needed an IV line in order to get IV fluids because I wasn't absorbing the fluid that I drank. I was chronically dehydrated, which could result and did result in kidney failure. Dysautonomia affects different organs differently, and so we all have different types of symptoms that we have to deal with differently. But after I got diagnosed with dysautonomia and we figured out the treatment plan and I learned how to live with the treatment plan, I learned how to live my life to the fullest. As much as I like water sports and swimming and boating and kayaking and anything that goes with water, I realized that I had to come to a quick end because if you have an IV line, you cannot go swimming. So I had to find other activities that I would enjoy. And I just started walking a lot and enjoyed watching the trees grow, the leaves change. And I just spent a lot of time with my dog, and we'd sit under a tree. Walking outside is very therapeutic for me. Overall, I love being outside. Fortunately enough, I was introduced to the Sapphire Pump, and it allowed me to live my life. I don't have a problem if somebody knows I have a chronic condition, and that's okay. I have an invisible disability, which is a challenging disability in the first place. I like about my day when the sun shines and it's a good day and I can go out and do things. Whether it's going out on a date for dinner with your husband or visiting with your family or doing things for your family or traveling, those are the things I enjoy. I did introduce myself to the folks at Eton Medical because I wanted to travel more, and the only way to travel was to be able to get on the airplane. The plane needs to know that you have large volume fluids. The plane needs to know that you have a pump and that you don't have a contagious disorder and that you're not going to have a combative fight with somebody as a result of the illness. It's hard for you to digest that they put you in that category, but once you get past that, you get on the plane and you enjoy the trip. And Eton Medical made it possible for me to do something like that. So to me, the pump is great and I love the pump, but it's just not the pump. It's the people behind the pump and the team that gets you to be where you want to be. So the Sapphire Pump I like a whole lot for many reasons. It's quiet, so when I pump at night and I could sleep through it. It's lightweight, so I can carry it without it being a burden. So I can get around while I'm getting a treatment, and that's what we do. I gradually realized that I could just put my pump in a bag, put it on my back, and if I feel well enough, take a walk. And if you want to take a walk, I need to know my limitations. I need to know that I could pass out. I need to know that the heat's not good for me. You need to learn to enjoy each day and live each day to the fullest. And if you need IV fluids to do that, then you should get IV fluids.